Lesson 7-6, dividing mixed numbers, and in this lesson you learn to divide mixed numbers. When are you ever going to use this? Knowing how to divide mixed numbers can help you find the average speed you travel on a trip. A tsunami or tidal wave can travel from one side of the Pacific Ocean to the other in less than a day. If a tsunami traveled 1,400 miles from a point in the Pacific Ocean to the Alaskan coastline in 2.5 hours, how many miles per hour did it travel? Okay, so in this case, to divide mixed numbers, in this case, we need to use this to be able to find 1,400 or 1,400 divided by 2.5. So that is what we want to do with our problem, to be able to find the number of miles it traveled. Okay, number of miles per hour traveled. Why is it 1,400 divided by 2.5? Because we have the formula to be able to find distance. Distance is equal to rate times time, and we're looking for our rate, which is miles per hour. So to be able to find rate will be given as distance over time, or distance divided by time. So in this case, our distance is 1,400. Okay, and the time it took for the tsunami to travel the distance would be 2.5 hours. Okay, that's a little bit of a background on how we got to this division problem. So to divide mixed numbers, express each mixed number as an improper fraction, then divide as with fractions. So first things first, we need to convert them into convert our mixed number into an improper fraction. So we take a look at 1,400 or 1,400 divided by 2.5 will be the same as 1,400 or 1,400 over 1, okay, which is the denominator of all whole numbers. So all whole numbers will have the denominator of 1, and the improper fraction of 2.5 will be 5 over 2. So express each mixed number as an improper fraction, and then we simply, according to what we learned in the last lesson, okay, we multiply our dividend, okay, with the reciprocal of the divisor, which is 2/5, okay, and then we get the GCF of 1,405, which is 5. So divide 1,400 by 5, that's 280. 5 divided by 5 is 1, and we simply multiply 280 by 2, which is 560. 1 times 1 is 1, so this is actually 560 over 1, and since the denominator is 1, okay, and since, oh, what did I do? And since the denominator is 1, let me take that out, okay, the denominator is 1, okay, we simply leave it as 560. So the tsunami traveled 560 miles per hour. That's a fast tidal wave. Okay? Let's take a look at example number 1, 4.5 divided by 3 3/4. We estimate first our answer. 4.5 is close to 4, and 3 3/4 is close to 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. So that is our answer. That our answer should be close to 1. Okay? So again, we copy the problem, 4.5 divided by 3 3/4, and we convert 4.5 into an improper fraction, which is 9/2. 3 3/4 into an proper fraction, which is 15 over 4. Okay? So we convert those into improper fractions. And after doing that, we try to find any GCF, and if you notice, the GCF of 9 and 4 is 1, GCF of 2 and 15 is also 1. So we cannot find the GCF first because it's division. Okay, now this is also a good learning experience. Do not find the GCF of numbers if you are still in division mode. Okay, so leave it first. Okay, so you want to find the GCF when you are in multiplication. Okay, so the operation of multiplication is where you can find the GCF. So that was my mistake. So never find the GCF of numbers in division. Only find it after you have gotten the reciprocal and you're now in multiplication. So multiply by the reciprocal of 15 over 4, which is 4 over 15. Now you can find the GCF. The GCF of 9 and 15 would be 3. The GCF of 2 and 4 would be 2. Okay? So divide the numbers by the GCF. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay? And then multiply straight. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 5 is 5. So you end up with 6 over 5, or as a mixed number is 1 and 1/5. Okay? If you compare with the estimate, it's pretty close. So our answer is correct. So in algebra, okay, solve W equals 2 and 4/5 divided by 7/8. The only reason why it's considered to be algebra because of the variable W. Remember, the algebra is a math of symbols. Okay, so let's first estimate our answer to be 3 divided by 1 equals 3, because 2 and 4/5 is close to 3 and 7/8 is close to 1. So our answer should be close to 3. Okay, and let's express each of these numbers, express the numbers as improper fractions. 7/8 we don't need to touch, but we can change 2 and 4/5 into an improper fraction, which is 14 over 5. Okay, again, don't find the GCF yet. Okay, find the reciprocal of 7/8 first, okay, which is 8 over 7 multiplied by 14 over 5. And then after we have a multiplication operation, now we can find the GCF. In this case, we want to find the GCF of 14 over 14 and 7, which is 7. Divide both of them by 7. Okay, and you end up with, okay, 2/5 times 8 over 1. Or simply 2 times 8 would give you 16. 5 times 1 will give you 5. Okay, 16 over 5, or 3 and 1/5. And if you notice, 3 and 1/5 is close to our estimate, and we are correct in our answer. Okay, and that's the end of our lesson. Okay, the secret word for this particular lesson would be Hawaii. Again, Hawaii will be the secret word for this lesson. Thank you for watching.